Look at all those ugly blocks. I wonder what we could be doing with those. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap the Great, and we are back with another episode on the TooCrafty Vanilla Amplified server. How's everyone doing? I hope this video finds you well, and if it does not, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you need to chat, I'm sure we can find somebody that can chat with you, or if you do need to chat, I am always available. So, what are we doing? Well, I didn't say that we are playing on the TooCrafty server because this is pre-recorded footage. And so I've got it set at 4x speed, and you see me here putting together some potions. And since I've got all of the witch farm drops, it is a lot easier. What kind of potions are we making? Well, we're making some night vision potions, some water breathing potions, and some invisibility potions. Can you guess what we're going to be doing? Can you guess? Well, it'll be apparent a little later. So, just to let you know, if my voice sounds a little bit different, it is because I am still working off that cold that we may have talked about in the last episode, because I am recording this just a couple days after I recorded that one. Yes, these colds tend to last quite some time, and, well, especially the cough portion at the end, that can go for up to 2 weeks afterwards. If you're not familiar with that, well, don't worry. Once you have kids, it tends to stick around for a lot longer because everybody gets it. So I'm building some potions and then getting some more food, getting rid of those, and then, yeah, we need an ender chest. We need some buckets of milk. What else? We're getting some ladders. And you'll see why those are important in just a little bit. So let's get the last set of potions, and then we're going to start putting them into the ender chest and getting ready for our journey. So have you figured out what we're going to do? It should become apparent once I get my armor set up here in just a moment. Alright, so we don't need the bow, don't need the shovel, and we're just getting the inventory nice and ready where I expect everything. Taking off the armor, we're switching out the boots for something that has depth strider on it. So now, have you really guessed? We're going to go take on that ocean monument, not just the ocean monument, but the 2 ocean monuments that reset the spawn, and we're going to go out on the achievement getting railway. So you remember when we did that a couple episodes ago, we saw 1 ocean monument off to the far right there. Let's see, that was mine shaft there. You can see it a little bit right there. It's kind of hard. The view distance setting is not the greatest, but then we came across one right underneath the railway, and that's the main one. So the reason we are doing this right now is, there's a few reasons. First and foremost, when we first got on the server, 1.8 had just come out. No, it had not quite come out when I was invited, but the server map got reset for 1.8, but nobody had taken on an ocean monument. They had found one, but they hadn't taken it on, and it's high time somebody did. In fact, Dee has been looking for some materials from that, and so she's been talking about it some in her recent videos, and she needs some of the materials. So we're getting to a point where we need some more of these materials, and the best way to do that is with a guardian farm. So we are preparing for that, but that is not this episode. No, we do need to take out the elder guardians though, because trying to build a farm here with those guys is somewhat problematic. Now, what you're going to see is a little bit of lag here. Yeah, I got kicked because the guardians all around the monument just have a problem. See, and I'm still not getting him. He wasn't responding. So I stopped recording for a bit, and then finally I was able to get him. But we got rid of the mining fatigue, and were able to continue. So I did try and get some items here, but then I remembered, you know what, we need to get the sponges. There were 2 sponge rooms in this ocean monument, so I grabbed the sponges from that, because we're going to need those for today's episode. And I got some materials from this one, but then I realized, you know what, we need to go on to the next ocean monument. So another reason we needed to go and take care of these ocean monuments is because of the lag generated. So when you go over that achievement railway, what happens is all of the guardians start targeting all of this, the squid, and that generates a lot of lag around the ocean. And I don't want a lag machine where people are. I want to provide this as a service to my fellow TooCraftians. And if I'm generating lag when they come over, then it's not very useful. No, indeed. The other thing is that when we are going on that achievement railway, I don't want my fellow TooCraftians to get the mining fatigue effect, because that lasts for like 8 minutes. It's pretty nuts. So here we are in the second one, and it took me a while to find the Elder Guardians in this one. It was a little bit more confusing, and there you see me putting out the ladders, and that marks where I have been. It's a little breadcrumb trail. I had a hard time on this one. Finally found one, took care of that, and then I started getting the rest of the material. So once I got rid of all of those guys, I drank some milk, then put the effects back on and started raiding this thing, since there were no sponge rooms in here. So I just raided the whole thing. Took out all of the sea lanterns and dark prismarine blocks. Here we are. We're almost done. No, we're trying to find the last couple. Again, this was rough. You kind of see me go back and forth, and it's really cool how they generate. There's a bunch of different rooms that could generate, and inside the same structure, the way that they get arranged is very, very different. So this one was completely different from the other one, and both of those were different from what I saw in my single player world. But here we are. We're almost done with this particular piece. So get ready. What we're going to do is take some of those sponges for today's episode. So I will rejoin you back on the TooCrafty server, and we'll get ready with our project. See you then. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is morning once again on the TooCrafty server. Let me show you some of the changes around the base. So previously we had just that little pier, or dock, or whatever that is. I extended it over to the industrial cube so that we have an easy way of getting over here now, and a less derpy way of doing the island here to the pier. Now, I was tired of trying to do a double jump, so I changed those, and so I can always jump up there. But eventually we're going to get rid of that island once, I don't know. It'll probably be soon. And then I came in, I filled in our retaining wall here, kind of give it a little bit more realistic feel. And I pushed back the water, and so now this pier is all over water. I even filled in down here, dug out the stone, filled in with sand. So yeah, so we're doing all right there. I want to show you some changes up in the storage room as well, and then I'm going to show you what we are working on today. We're going to go visit somebody's base, but let me show you what we're going to be doing. Alright, so we're going to come in here, and a few episodes ago, I think, when I first did the storage room, I asked for help with the roof, and I didn't really get any responses, which is fine. So I just came in one day. I didn't feel like recording or anything. I just came in and did this. The problem was that I kept getting spawns up in the mechanics of the sorting, and there were a couple times when skeletons dropped in, and even a creeper dropped in, which was really, really exciting. Thankfully, I managed to get him before he exploded. But yeah, I was tired of that, so here we go. We've got the acacia up against acacia and glowstone in the inset in the ceiling there. So there we go, and I came in with some bookshelves just to give it a little bit extra color. So let me know what you think of that. But yeah, let's come on over here and look at today's project chest. Man, look at all those ugly blocks. I wonder what we could be doing with those. Well, let me get my inventory filled up and the ender chest, and we'll go visit somebody's base. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Xade's place, and I'm just looking for a good spot for this. So we're going to need an 11 by 15 area, and right here, this is his industrial hollow. What I don't want to do is too much in the way of landscaping, so I need to find some place that he'll still see, but will be out of the way and not mess up the terrain too much. So what I don't want to do is flatten out an area to build this thing. So I might go back to his swamp and we'll build there. So let's go back over this way. If you have not watched Xade, do check out his channel, and he's been streaming a lot more lately, so you might check him out, and I'll include a link to both his Twitch and YouTube channels in the description box below. But I know he's been rather busy with work and family lately, so he has not been on, or at least I have not caught him on, and his schedule is a little bit more odd than, or not odd, it's just different than mine. It's you know, I get on in the not so, well, it's kind of late evening for me, but he gets on in the very late evening, so we should not have any problems right now. I'm recording in the morning though, so we're just trying to get this done. Alright, so let's see. I did spot a location over here, so maybe this is what we'll do. We'll come over in this area. It looks like he's well torched up around here. Alright, so yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an 11 by 15 spot, and then we're going to get building. So let me clear that out, and we'll lay out the initial foundation, and then I will bring you back, and we'll get building a little bit. All right? See you in a bit. And we're back. Here we go. Here's the basic foundation. This is 9 by 13 at the moment because we do have one extra layer out here. And try as I could, I do need to do a little bit of ooh, ominous sounds. Probably mad at me for breaking Xade's area here. He has got this fully lit up, probably to keep, well, he wants to keep slime spawns down for sure. But don't worry, this is going to be well lit up. But yeah, so you can see I am building some things with some very ugly blocks. And you might be wondering, why ugly blocks? Well, for those of you that have, you know, kind of been around for a while, you might have known about this particular thing, but Xade used to do a series called the Ugly Block Challenge, and he would challenge viewers to create videos of things that they built using what are called ugly blocks. Alright, and if you hear some Enderman beeping around in the background, that's because I have my reference image up in my creative testing world, and so I'm trying to copy this. So Xade did a series on, it's called the Ugly Block Challenge, and I am featuring all of the ugly blocks here in this build. Yep, so we're going to be using acacia and melon and soul sand and what else, netherrack, and yeah, so you name it, we've got it in this build, so you kind of see what's going on here. And what I want to do, I keep picking up a bunch of junk. Don't need that, don't need that. We can probably get rid of some more stuff here. I'll probably pick up some seeds while I'm doing it. We don't need those till the end. So there we go. What I want to do real quick is just give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at as far as the face of the project goes. So we'll do that, And then we'll bring in some acacia right here and here. So this is going to be the front area, okay? And you can see that I'm using a lot of all of these ugly blocks. So I am kind of proud of this design. It is ultimately a prank though, so it will probably get taken down. But yeah, so let me finish this, and you'll see all of the ugly blocks that he has featured at some point in the build. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a progress report here. What do you think so far? So we've got a decent amount of detail in here. We've got acacia and jack-o'-lanterns and watermelon, soul sand, netherrack. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. One thing I did forget is I forgot to bring glass over. That's not part of his original ugly blocks, but we need to make this look like a functional house. So we still got a few more ugly blocks to incorporate, and we're going to do that on the inside. But first, let me finish the roof, and then we'll get the inside done. And hey, we're getting pretty close. See you in just a moment. Alright, time for another progress report real quick. So I went and got some glass. It's orange glass just to match the overall color. And then I put the roof on, and just so you can see that, let's just stack jump up right there. And we've got some more of the jack-o'-lanterns in there to provide a little bit of light, so we don't have torches visible on the upper part of the roof. But yeah, we're slowly progressing, and now I'm going to turn my attention to the inside, and we will incorporate the last 3 ugly blocks that we haven't touched yet, and you'll see those in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, another progress report, and here we are with the interior. So we've managed to incorporate gravel and a little more netherrack, because who doesn't want more netherrack in their floor? And hay bales. So there we go, a little bit of detail around the edge, and then kind of a nice carpet looking design. So what we're going to do now is lay out a little bit of a challenge for Mr. Xade, and that is because he has kind of let the ugly block challenge lapse. That's right, we've added new blocks into the game, and we've had an old block that hasn't really been featured yet. So I would say we need to get some in-stone featured in an ugly block challenge, and also this prismarine block. What is the actual name of that? Let's see. Just prismarine, okay. And as always, a little bit of sponge, because we can now get that in survival. So I'm going to put together a little sign here, and then I'll bring you back and we can take a look at what I've got, and that'll be our little calling card, and that should wrap up today's project. So let me get that done, and I'll bring you back in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Xade, it's been a while since the last ugly block challenge. Here are my votes for the next 2. Prismarine, in-stone, oh, and a sponge, since we can get those in survival now. Soap. So there's my calling card, and I hope he really enjoys this little build. Oh, it's nighttime and we're in a swamp. I did light up some more because we were kind of having some issues over on that hill. But let me know what you think. Do you like this ugly block challenge build? I kind of missed out because I never saw the ugly block challenge until I got here to the TooCrafty server. So this is my entry for every single one of Xade's ugly block challenges, and I will link all of those in the description box below. Actually, you know what? I will link a playlist of Xade's ugly block challenges in the description box below, along with his channel. And if he happens to record a reaction video, I'll put that there as well, and maybe something on screen. But that is going to be it. Let me... Yeah, I can't sleep because Aniki is on. But let me do some cleanup, and I'm going to head back to my base. But that is it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And go check out Xade's channel. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.